guys, welcome back to my channel. And if you're brand new here, hi, my name's Courtney and we did it. I'm declaring we have officially made it to mermaid hair goals. Yay! Achievement unlocked. I am so excited. This is the absolute longest my hair has ever been in my entire life. What? Now, I know my hair isn't styled wavy curly right now. This is what my hair looks like when I air dry product free. Like if I shampoo, condition, little bit of leave-in conditioner, brush it out, let it air dry, this is what happens. So normally on this channel, I talk all things wavy curly hair. And I know my hair doesn't look super wavy or curly at the moment. That's the reason. Air dried product free. Mainly for consistency's sake in those cute intro photos. That way we kind of get a similar length check on each one. Also, this shirt, hashtag length check. I made it myself because I'm a goofball. If y'all want, let me know in the comments down below and I will do my best to create a hashtag length check shirt available for purchase for you guys. If there's enough interest, I will absolutely do that. So just let me know in the comments down below. But hi, I'm so glad you're here. Today, I will be sharing all of my tips and tricks for growing out your hair nice and long and healthy. These tips are 100% guaranteed to help you out. They will literally help any person with hair grow their hair out longer. And make sure you stick around till the end of the video so you don't miss a single tiny, minute detail that could help you achieve your long hair goals. Also, shameless plug, you might want to make sure you're subscribed because I have plans for this mermaid hair. I have wanted to do this thing with my hair for the entirety of my life and I've never been able to do it and I'm finally going to get to do it and y'all are going to come along with me. So make sure you're subscribed, have the notification bell clicked so you don't miss the fun, awesome thing we are doing with this really long hair. I'm going to give you a little bit of background on my hair just in case this is the first video of mine that you are clicking on and watching. So back in 2018, I discovered this thing called the curly girl method. Commence or rabbit hole?
What's up, Doc? There's a rabbit down here and I'm going to catch.
Wow, did I ever learn a lot about my hair, how to care for my wavy curly hair, how to wash it, how to style it. So many helpful tips and tricks from the curly girl method did improve the health of my hair. That is the majority of what I talk about on this channel. So hi, if you're brand new. And that gave me a great foundation for a ton of healthy hair practices. Why do healthy hair practices help your hair grow long? Let me explain. No, there's too much. Let me sum up. Let me use this analogy. Hair is like a rope. A rope has great structural integrity until the end begins to fray. Once the end begins to fray, there's really nothing you can do to that frayed piece of rope. You can't really re-braid it back together and turn it into its strong self again. That fray is just going to creep up and up and up and up and up the rope. The only way to stop the carnage is to cut the rope above where the fray point is, and then your rope is nice and strong again. You could tape up the ends of that rope to keep the fray from spreading, but eventually that tape's gonna degrade and come off and that fray is gonna keep creeping back up the rope again. The only way to stop it is to trim it. Hair is like a rope. When the ends split, that's it. The only thing to stop the split from traveling up the entire shaft of the hair and compromising the structural integrity of the entire hair strand eventually is to cut it. So healthy hair practices do so much in mitigating the tips of your hair splitting. It's preventing the split, preventing the damage. Healthy hair practices in preventing damage will allow your hair to grow from your scalp out to the full length you so desire without the damage. If it gets damaged and you have to trim it, it's gonna keep getting shorter and shorter. So healthy hair practices help your hair grow out long. These are the small changes that you make that make a huge difference over time. It's not instantaneous. You don't see it overnight. This is no overnight free Amazon 2-day Prime shipping results here. This takes time. but these swaps do make a difference. First off, I generally avoid products that contain sulfates, silicones, and drying alcohols. AKA, I tend to try to use curly hair friendly products. Now, sulfates, silicones, and drying alcohols are not inherently bad ingredients in and of themselves. Sulfates can be, not always, a little bit drying to the hair. Silicones can build up on the hair, preventing your hair from being adequately hydrated, leading it to be more susceptible to dryness and breakage. Drying alcohols, obviously drying. Dry out the hair. If the hair is dry, it's going to crack and be brittle and dry and bad, and damage will happen. So as a general rule of thumb, I tend to avoid those ingredients in my hair care. That being said, I do think there is a time and a place to use those ingredients, but in my general hair care routine, I tend to avoid those ingredients. I quit using a terry cloth towel on my hair 4 years ago. Yep, no more terry cloth towel on my hair. But Courtney, how do you dry your hair? Well, for a long time, I used a cotton t-shirt to dry my hair. That worked absolutely amazing. And then I upgraded, baby, to the Perfect Hair Care towel. Wow, I love this towel. I've had this towel for probably 3.5 years at this point. It's a game changer. It is really amazing. One thing I love about this particular aspect of my hair care routine is that my towel is a non-consumable product. It is something that I buy one time that serves me for forever. So worth it. So worth the investment. Microfiber towel causes less friction and damage to your damp hair. Wet, damp hair is the most susceptible to damage. We're preventing damage at all costs so that our hair will have a chance to grow out as long as it can before we have to trim it. Microfiber towel absorbing lots of water, mitigating damage, is good times, good things. And the Perfect Hair Care brush that comes with the towel, because I bought the pack, is amazing. The bristles are very similar to a wet brush. However, they are slightly longer, which makes them more bendy and flexible. This brush is the only brush I now use on my hair. It never pulls my hair. I am very tender-headed, and I can really tell when a brush is going to snag in my hair and cause rips and tangles. Never rip through your hair when you're brushing it. Don't punish your hair for having tangles. Be nice to it. Gently work with it to get the tangles out. Very gentle brushing techniques with the Perfect Hair Care brush make a big difference over time. Always start at the bottom of your hair and work your way up. And this tip is huge. Never brush your hair unless there is a slip agent in it. I'm gonna coin that term. You heard it here, folks. Just kidding. Probably some other human on the planet has said that before. But what I am referring to is that there is something on your hair protecting it when you brush it. For example, I tend to brush my hair every single time I wash it. I will shampoo, rinse the shampoo out completely, apply my rinse out conditioner, detangle it with my fingers first because that is more gentle, and then I will grab my Perfect Hair Care brush and finish distributing the conditioner through my hair. The conditioner is in my hair. It's going to coat each hair strand and give it a lot of slip for when that brush goes through it to prevent any damage, tangling, snapping, breaking, etc. If I want to dry brush my hair, there is usually some sort of slip agent in my hair in the form of a hair oil. This is something that I've started doing in the past 6 months, and I've noticed a big difference in this. I used to dry brush my hair thinking, it's fine. I'm being really careful, really gentle. And when my hair was shoulder length, I didn't notice that dry brushing my hair did cause any damage because I was using such a gentle brush like the Perfect Hair Care brush. But as my hair got longer and the ends of my hair became more delicate and more cantankerous and more prone to becoming split, I found that my hair no longer tolerated the dry brushing. I had to get 3 to 4 to 5 drops of my favorite hair oil on my hands and gently work that through my mid-lengths to ends of my hair before I would dry brush. That gave my hair enough slip that I could get the brush through my hair without any pulling, tangling, damage, none of that. And having a little bit of oil on my hair, basically a lot of the time, worked like a pre-poo treatment. It's protective. It has a lot of benefits. If you want more information on the benefits of using an oil in your hair, I have a video here for you to watch in case you feel like watching it after you're done watching this video. I use a silk pillowcase to sleep at night. I know. I hear you rolling your eyes at me right now across the screen. I did too. I had heard this for years from multiple different people. Sleep on a silk pillowcase. I thought there's no way. That is just so bougie. That is just a luxury. That's something silly that really can't make that much of a difference. It's just a pillowcase. But you spend, if you're being good, roughly 8 hours of your day with your head in contact with cotton pillowcase. Those fibers do create some friction on your hair over time. And if we can minimize the amount of friction that your hair is experiencing by slipping on a silk pillowcase versus a cotton pillowcase, that compounds over time. And you do see a difference over time. And I will have a bunch of the stuff that I'm talking about linked in the description down below. So if you want to see which specific products I recommend for silk pillowcases, brushes, etc., it'll be linked down there for your convenience. Another thing that I've swapped out is silk scrunchies. Again, a small switch. I switched out my hair ties. I quit using those metalless elastic hair ties that did always rip out a chunk of hair no matter what I did. I switched those out for either an Invisibobble or a silk scrunchie. I like the Invisibobbles for when I go work out. They hold my hair securely. I love the silk scrunchies for when I sleep at night. Not to mention just like wearing them around. They're really cute. I really love the silk scrunchies from Curlfriend Collective. They are amazing because I have been playing around with this thing called the curly curl method. I have used little to no heat on my hair for 4 years. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, that's great for you, Courtney, but I can't get away with not putting heat to my hair. It's just too frizzy. That needs to be a whole video in and of itself. Your hair's not frizzy. It's wavy, curly, and you need to learn to listen to it. I didn't know how to listen to my hair. I thought there was no way I could ever get my hair to look halfway decent without blow frying it into submission, punishing it with the flat iron, making sure that it was laying really smooth. There's tips and tricks for that. Anyway, not using heat on my hair or using low to no heat in the form of diffusing my hair mitigates damage. I also don't tend to air dry my hair. I know I'm air dried product free right now, but I tend to go ahead and diffuse my hair to 90% dry every single time I wash it. There's this big debate out now about whether leaving your hair wet to air dry is more damaging than if you were to diffuse it. I'm still compiling my thoughts on that subject, and I will be sharing those with you in a future video if you so desire. Using little to no heat on my hair for that period of time is a small switch that's a healthy hair practice that mitigates damage in the long term and gives my hair the chance to grow out as long as possible before the ends split and I need to trim it. The last thing is regular trims. I had about 4 trims in my hair this year, and we took off anywhere from 1/2 inch to 1 inch each time. I have settled into a very comfortable routine of getting my hair cut roughly every 4 months, and there are some signs that I look for that tell me about when I'm due for another haircut. But the biggest one is I will run my fingers through my hair and I can feel that the ends are just beginning to start catching more than they were. Other signs would include that my curls aren't laying right, they're not holding their shape like they should. I also have mixed feelings on my obsession with layers. I've got crazy short layers, crazy long. There's a lot of distance between my layers. I'm not sure if these are called long layers or short layers, but I've got quite a bit of layers, and I feel like the layers in my hair, I have a funny relationship with the layers in my hair. I like the body and volume that they give me, but I feel like I went a little too crazy with my layers. Those are my healthy hair practices. Those are the things that you can do externally to improve your hair's chance of growing out as long as possible. Now I'm going to talk about a couple others that literally everyone talks about, but it's so true. First off, nutrition. I am not a nutrition professional in any way, shape, or form. But in my personal experience, I have found that when I don't eat, my hair does not grow. In fact, I have in the past had a weird relationship with food, as do many people, and have tried a variety of different diets. When I go on a very restrictive diet, guess what? My hair stops growing, it gets dull, and I actually can experience something called telogen effluvium, which is stress-induced hair loss. Nutrition is so important. If you want your hair to grow, you have to eat. You have to fuel your body well. And for me, that means getting enough protein. There's something about Courtney's body composition that adores absurd amounts of protein. I can eat steak with the best of them. In fact, I feel like I should go to some of those steak houses and like try their steak challenge. But when I can't make it to an awesome steakhouse, I like to use HelloFresh. And that brings us to the sponsored portion of today's video. Thank you so much, HelloFresh, for sponsoring this portion of today's video. I understand how hard it can be to fuel your body well, especially when you are incredibly busy. The costs of food are going up, time is absolutely precious, and HelloFresh is a really big asset and very helpful to me and my family during this busy season, especially around the holidays. As my calendar fills up, I can count on HelloFresh to get some of my free time back and make cooking simple and quick. The really cool thing about HelloFresh is that each recipe is pre-portioned and the ingredients come right to my door. All I have to do is assemble and go, and I have a delicious home-cooked meal for my whole family that seems like I put a lot of time and thought into it, but it was really super easy. I really love to cook, and I don't always have the time it takes to prep for the cooking. HelloFresh takes care of the prep, and I get to do the fun part, which is cooking. Another thing I really appreciate about HelloFresh is that quality is their priority. The ingredients travel from the farm to my house in less than 7 days, so I know it's fresh. And I don't know about you, but when I grocery shop, I always overshop and there is food waste. With HelloFresh, there is no food waste, making it more affordable than grocery shopping because I'm not spending money on something that I'm not using. It's also about 25% less expensive than eating out per serving. The last amazing thing about HelloFresh is that if you are traveling for the holidays and you're staying somewhere and you don't feel like going out to eat every night you're away from your home, you can have HelloFresh delivered to where you're staying, and you can make a home-cooked meal away from home while you're traveling without having to shop and think and prepare it. It just shows up and then you get to cook it. HelloFresh is awesome. I really like the meat and veggies option so that I am getting my protein and fueling my body really well. If you want to check out HelloFresh, please go to HelloFresh.com and use the code SWAVYCC18 for 18 free meals plus free shipping. Go to HelloFresh.com and use code SWAVYCC18 for 18 free meals plus free shipping. My last tip for giving your hair the best chance to grow as long and luscious as humanly possible is to exercise. I know, exercising, hard. That's not what you want to hear. You just want to take like some magical hair supplements and your hair magically grows 6 times faster than normal. However, here's the thing with exercise. Not only does it improve my mental state immensely, meaning that I'm less stressed. Stress inhibits hair growth. I also have increased blood flow when I exercise. That increased blood flow converts very well to hair growth. There are lots of different products out there that actually will stimulate blood flow and circulation in the scalp to promote hair growth. But you can do this yourself without buying an extra thing. You can go outside for a really good walk, get your blood pumping. You're going to promote your hair growth. I personally noticed that when my sister and I started training for a half marathon this year, that my hair growth rate increased significantly because I was running. I also really enjoy weight training, and I'm not gonna even say it. I'm not gonna even say it. Yes, I am gonna say it. Drinking water obviously goes hand in hand with good nutrition and exercise, so drinking a lot of water in and of itself is not going to cause your hair to grow really fast, but in conjunction with all of these other things, does help and make a difference. All right, guys, I sure hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, please give it a thumbs up and share it. It really does help me out. I really deeply appreciate each and every one of y'all for watching my videos. My goal is to be as helpful as I can here on the internet, helping you achieve the healthiest hair of your life. As always, I hope you are having an absolutely fantastic day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.